Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Tailgate podcast. With the latest news and fantasy football insights are your hosts, Howard and Will.
All right, and welcome to the Fantasy Tailgate podcast with Howie and Will.
Hey, there we go. What's up,
Yes, that was
everybody?
better than last week's.
Yeah, right.
So how's it going?
In general, I got a little bit of a cold right now and kind of a kinked muscle in my neck, but other than
Ooh,
that, pretty good, I guess.
I have one of those. I've had one of those for a couple of years now. I just
I
need to
had
go.
one. It happened like a month ago, and it finally started getting better. And then I remember one point in the middle of the night last night, I like rolled over and I was like, "Oh, great, here we
Oh,
go, back again, awesome."
mine comes and goes all the time. I mean, every time I think I really need to go see a chiropractor to get something popped back in,
hmm
and then it just goes away for a little while.
Oh, yeah, yeah. This one's actually like a muscle thing. It's like I go to the
Oh,
chiropractor once a month, and that's all fine. But yeah, this one's actually like a muscle thing. I'm not a huge fan of massages. I don't know. I just complain
I
about it.
I just can't get a real massage. You know,
Yeah.
a wife won't massage my. It's like, come on.
Christina tries. I don't know. I'm weird about people touching me.
Oh, okay. I don't mind. It's just Gerlin like goes and she's 2 seconds. She's like, my hands hurt.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
maybe you need
yeah.
to start
That happens.
maybe you need to start doing the meatloaf instead of me.
Oh,
Well,
there
that'll
you go.
get your
Or
hands
making
going. You
some
know that?
dough or something.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Said last time I did meatloaf, I'm like, this is what you should be doing. It'll get your hands nice and going. It's like,
Yeah.
as much as Dana tries to help me out with that, her hands are just not big enough to really get in.
Oh, yeah. Be lucky if they're half the size.
Yeah. Well, she tries to give me a massage. She doesn't want a massage. Yeah, it's like, okay, well, yeah. It
Just little
doesn't.
pokes.
Well, then she uses her feet and just kicks my back, and that does help.
I mean, I guess that could work in a way.
Yeah, it does help. Okay, Dana, I'm recording now. Okay, we had a deal. You gotta go. Sit down and be good. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, she's homesick. I have a sick kid,
Yeah.
but show must go on. Got
Yep.
to deal with it. But anyways, yeah, this weekend I had a pretty good weekend. I won every single game except for one,
Nice.
and that was the uh, Why Not Two League, which have one
Oh,
win or two wins under,
I feel
which
like I barely
sucks.
paid into that one.
I know. It's
This
like,
is one
well,
of those
and
fun ones. That one.
and then there was another league, I can't remember which one it was, that I beat you in again. You know,
This last week?
yeah. I think it might have been the Why Not Two or Why Not Best Ball.
Oh, that one I really do not pay attention to because my second quarterback is friggin' Anthony Richardson.
Oh,
And my
yes.
first is Tyler Murray. So I'm like, whatever, dude.
Well, that one you don't need to pay attention to.
Well, yeah, it just does it automatically.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm doing
So,
very good that one.
yeah, I had a pretty good week. I don't know if I'm going to have a good week this week, but
I think
I
for the
already
most
had.
part, I had a pretty good one. I got my second win in that auction league. Things are looking up in that one.
Nice. Now you need to go on and don't lose no more, and you might actually make the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know like statistically what the chances are, but I'm gonna try. Probably not gonna work, but I'm gonna
It's very
give him a
low.
shot.
It's very low. I mean,
Oh yeah, if I can sneak in there, I'd be so happy. I doubt it's gonna happen, but it'd be pretty cool.
yeah. So, anyways, so news and injuries. Oh, I forgot to say that right. Injuries and newses.
News and notes from around the NFL.
There you go. Okay, so the what I got is the Zach Moss is on the IR for the Bengals.
Okay.
Um,
That would explain, since we are in the news segment here, why they traded for Khalil Herbert at the trade deadline. Got him
Yep.
from the Bears for a 2025 seventh round pick.
yeah, I did see that. I do have that on my list too.
I just figured we
Right.
already brought up him going to the IR, so it kind of played in there.
Oh, hey, it was right. It was the next thing I was going to say.
Oh.
It worked perfect.
Yeah,
All right. Since we're talking about trades, Jets traded Mike Williams to the Steelers.
Yes, another weapon for old
Russell Wilson.
There. That was a 2025 fifth round pick, so not giving up.
Oh, good. I'm glad you had that information.
Yeah.
I just, like I said, going through it real quick. I didn't see that information, so I didn't write it down.
I got you.
Also, the Panthers traded Jonathan Mingo to Dallas
For a 2025 fourth.
Yep, and they gave up a seventh. Well, there was a seventh round pick in there too.
Oh, was there? I didn't see that.
At least that's the information I saw.
Yeah, I got Cowboys received Jonathan Mingo. Panthers receive a 2025 fourth round pick.
Okay. No. Well, seventh round is insignificant, probably enough to not worry about saying it.
Well, I mean, Khalil Herbert went for a seventh.
And then I got Joe Flacco has a permanent job for the rest of the season.
Yep, they made that announcement. I mean,
Yep.
I kind of figured when they sat him last week, I just assumed that was for the whole season.
Right. They said going forward, which means that's pretty much
the rest of the season.
And then AJ Brown is day to day.
Yeah, I saw he came back out from halftime with the team, and then right when the second half started, he walked back into the locker room.
Oh.
It was something he didn't get over during the halftime break.
Okay, Dana, go sit down.
You got a third co-host.
Jamison Williams had his 2-game suspension lifted and has been officially reinstated. Wow.
Well, so they must. It was over.
It was overturned.
No, he served it. Now it's done.
Oh, okay.
Progressing as expected.
Okay, I'm just reading.
Jamison Williams missed the last 2 games from a suspension. He is back.
Oh, okay. Okay. See, yeah, that shows me paying attention to the
internal
little details.
fact checking. It's fine.
I don't have Jameis Williams on any of my teams, so I don't care.
I do.
All right. You got anything else that's kind of significant or anything? I'm trying to look through here.
Kind of all I had. Oh, there was. I haven't looked too much into it, but the Chiefs game, towards the end of the game, it looked like Mahomes came up with a non-contact.
I saw that.
I don't think it was anything significant.
They haven't said anything about it. Okay. And then, but Christian McCaffrey is ready to return. Oh, Dak Prescott's about to miss multiple weeks.
Oh, yes, that's right.
His hamstring injury was worse than initially feared. Okay, Dana.
Oh, and I do see here that the Mahomes injury, he says he kind of tweaked his ankle a little bit. Thinks it's the same one he hurt the week before. But
okay. So. Here you have this. Okay, anyways.
What were we talking? Oh, Dak's injury.
Dak's injury. So that team's going to continue to get worse.
And I'm sorry, Dallas fans, but that makes me so happy.
Yes, it does.
Like not the fact that he's injured. I don't wish injury on anybody. That's terrible. It sucks for him. But for the organization, for me, that's great.
See, I would totally like it if he got traded to another team because I like Dak Prescott.
I don't know him as a person, so I can't, in my right mind, say I like him or don't like him. I don't know if it's the fact that he's on the Cowboys or just something about him I don't like. I don't know. I'm sure if he were on the Seahawks, I'd be like, yeah, go Dak.
See, I'm just seeing under these the news I'm looking at. It's like a lot of stuff like limping to the sideline, like insignificant little ones.
So there's one here on a report from Yahoo Sports says that Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott likely heading to IR with hamstring injury, says Jerry Jones. And that's from 1 day ago.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and it sounds like Puka Nakua is signing with the World Boxing Organization to.
Yeah, dude. Like, you can't be throwing punches, man. Like,
I know.
that was very disappointing because I think I have him in like one league.
So do I.
I didn't start him last week because I was afraid of him the first week back. But I did start him this week, and then he gets ejected and scored me like 4 points.
Yeah, that was disappointing because it's like, come on, why are you fighting on the field?
Maybe
Why are you?
maybe he's on Netflix a lot, and he keeps coming across the trailer for the Paul Tyson fight. He's just really excited. He's like, "Oh, Tyson, look, Paul, I got to get in on this."
It's like
Wrong sport, man.
You've already missed a bunch of weeks, and then you go do something stupid. Maybe, I mean, he's still young, so he's still fiery.
Shit happens. We all make mistakes.
It's a rivalry game.
Yeah, I mean, in freaking football, like, pretty testosterone build.
Yes.
It's gonna happen eventually.
It's a surprise it doesn't happen more often, but then again.
Oh, yeah. At least he take his helmet off and swing it at somebody. Miles Garrett.
Yeah. Well, they were talking on the radio. I heard them. They were like, it was more of like his fist was clenched, but it was more like a shove. It's not like he swung out and smacked him. He like basically took his fist and shoved his helmet, and it's like, and then
like a stiff arm with a closed hand instead of open.
Right. So if he had his hand open, he probably would not have got ejected.
Yeah.
It probably would have just been a big penalty. Yeah. But because it was clinched and it was like a fist, that's a lot worse.
NFL needs to get like rules straight because like that one, I understand, but like with the like taunting with the like if you put your thumbs up, it's gun, so it's a penalty. But if you put your hands down or your thumbs down, you're just pointing.
Right.
Like, really? Or even like the catch rules, like getting 1 foot, but then tapping that same foot again doesn't count as a reception. But if you get the foot in the shin of the same leg, you're in.
Right.
Like they need to figure penalties and rules out.
I always also I don't understand. Like you get a first down, you're excited, and you toss the ball to the other player. That's a penalty.
Oh, I think because you're supposed to give it back to the ref right away.
I know, it's just kind of like, hey, you're excited.
I'm not saying I agree with it. Like refs are dumb.
I think you should be able to taunt the other player every once in a while. I think you should be able to go a little. It's like here's the ball.
They need to figure out what's too far and what's not, and just tell everybody ahead of time. Instead of like, oh wait, what do you mean that was too far? Like I didn't know.
Like hip thrusts. I mean, come on.
you do 2, it's fine. If you do 3, that's
Exactly.
Oh, Key and Peele. I love those guys.
I gotta watch those again. I gotta watch
Those
those.
and the player names, like the college introduction.
Oh my
the
God.
East-West Bowl.
Yes.
Kringle McCringleberry. Utah State. Some of them are just like noises.
Kringle McKingleberry.
Then, like, one of them, they actually had Aaron Rodgers on there. It's like, Aaron Rodgers.
I know.
Pal.
That's the funny one. It's like the skit one where he's in the classroom. Aaron. Aaron.
I've
Is
seen,
there an
like,
Aaron?
he'll go on, like, talk shows and, like, morning shows and stuff, and people will ask him to do, like, the substitute teacher roll call thing with, like, people in the office and stuff.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
did
that's
not
funny.
hear the last thing you just said.
Oh, I didn't say anything because it was uh-oh. Ah, crap. Here we go. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, we just don't have visual on you. It's doing that one thing again.
I can also see that, Howard. Thank you.
Crap. Yes, okay, Dana. Why don't you go play on your tablet? No.
Did you say butthole?
In the bowl or something. I don't know.
I was like, what the fuck?
You're not getting that glass bowl. There's nothing in there that you can have. Dana, I'm not getting it for you. So, what's it telling you? Are you... Oh.
It's telling me
There
anything,
we go.
I guess we'll use this one. Because that fucking camera's not working.
Okay. All right. Yes. That's going to be a fun time to deleting. I'm just going to delete this.
2 splits and a clip. That's all it is. All right.
All
What are we
right.
talking about here?
Okay. We were talking about Key and Peele's skits.
Oh, yeah.
So nothing really too bad. All right. So I think what I wanted to talk about was our mid-season leagues, or the leagues that we're in together.
Okay.
The mid-season review, more or less. Kind of just talk about standings and stuff, and nothing better than start with our main one, maximum effort.
Yeah,
So,
are we in any redraft leagues together, or are we only in dynasty leagues together?
The only redraft leagues we're in together is the Why Nots.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all right. Get the leagues. Let's see. So right now the standings is you got JJ Tin Man 69. He's 8-1. Holy crap!
Yeah. Not okay.
He's
So,
going to be there.
some brief context for his team. He's got Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, Justin Jefferson, Puka Nacua, Travis Kelce, Saquon Barkley, Kyron Williams. That's his starting lineup that he currently has.
And I'm currently and you know how usually at the beginning you start, and if you're getting the projections are low of you winning right away, like on Wednesdays, you just have to change out some people, change out their buys or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have to. I have my good starting lineup in there, and he's already got me 75% that he's going to kick my ass.
Oh my God.
So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, he's projected at 141, and you're projected at 99.
Yeah. I might do some little tweaking here and there, but
yeah, his team is very, very good. I think, was he in the championship last year? I believe he was. I don't think he won, but I think he was second, I believe.
Well, it should show him. Let's see.
I mean, I guess
It should have the little ribbon above his head. Okay, why are you working, computer?
Oh, no, sorry. Sorry, Jamie. He took fourth. I beat him for third place.
Oh, okay.
Zach, Earth Batman, he took
I clicked on his roster.
Yeah.
And now it won't let me out of his roster.
Oh. And you go back.
I'm hitting the back button over and over again. Just hit sleeper.
Try something different.
There we go. It's just reloading sleeper now.
Oh.
We're having all kinds of technical difficulties here today.
It's always something with us.
That's the fun part.
I mean, that's one way to put it, I guess.
until you have to edit.
All right, so second place we have Nick with Take Notes at 7-2.
I'm actually very proud of Nick. Because when he first started,
I think he's been towards the bottom in recent years.
When he first started playing with us, he was at the bottom a lot. I think he started paying attention a little more.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's got Baker Mayfield, Joe Mixon, Jahmyr Gibbs, Devonta Smith, Drake London, Noah Fant, Chuba Hubbard, Kareem Hunt was his starting lineup.
He has a solid team too.
He also has Tyreek Hill, Rashee Rice, Lad McConkey.
Jeez.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because quarterbacks could be a little better, but I mean the rest of his team's pretty solid and it's showing.
Yeah.
Kicking all our ass.
He hasn't even used his waivers or his fab.
Oh, yeah, he's still got all his all $100
compared to us.
Oh, I know. I have 40 left and you have 10 left. But I mean, it is a dynasty league. Like the waivers are a little different than like redraft.
Right.
I've never really a whole lot of people on there.
Yeah, coming in at third place right now is the Dude Abides 12. And
yeah, so that's actually JJ Tin Man's cousin, Ed.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Yeah. And is he the one that never trades?
No, that's my buddy Luke. He rarely trades just because.
And that's
he always
laces.
sees it as like laces are out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Ed, the Dude Abides, he's got Jaden Daniels, David Montgomery, Achane, Olave, Brown. So he's got a pretty solid team.
That's pretty good. Then coming up in fourth,
we
me.
Can just skip 4.
I'm 5-4. I will probably be 5-5 next week. Probably tied with William because William will probably win.
I don't know. I'm playing Nick, so me and you are playing 1 and 2.
Oh, nice.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as playoff standings goes, looking at the standings, it's like you're 4-5. Golfer DUI is 4-5 and 6th. Those are the last 2 spots. Next ones up are 3 and 6s.
Yeah,
I mean,
3
so
teams at 3 and 6, and then you have a 2 and 7. Like I don't know odds wise how likely that one is, but at least 7, 8, 9 could still have a chance.
Right. So it's like there's a good competition for the last 3 positions.
Yeah, because it is expanded to 6 teams this year.
Right.
Did we do that last year too? Or is this
no.
year?
This year's the first year you added 2 extra spots.
I don't even remember what I do.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, unless I can somehow pull out a miracle, well, it's the NFL, so those happened a lot. His good players might just have shitty days.
Yeah, never know, man.
Because
I mean, it's not looking likely. What? You never know.
We'll see.
It's like me making the playoffs in that auction.
Yeah. And you're in 5th place with 4 and 5. You had a rough start.
Yep.
But you've been winning.
I had a rough start in all my leagues.
Yeah. See, I thought I had a rough start in all my leagues, but you've had a little worse than me because I'm actually 5-4 in every single one of my leagues except for the why nots.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
mine is not that way.
I have the same record in every single one of my leagues
That's
except for
awesome.
those.
It's easy to remember that way. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know what I am. I gotta like go through all of them. Figure.
I mean, take out the why not 2 league and I have a winning record.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't count why not 2 because we have the medium in there too, because that's kind of not fair to add those as true victories.
Still kind of,
Yeah.
still a win. Win's a win, man.
Let's take a look
Especially
at
this
your.
season. I'm gonna take wins when I can get it.
Let's see. You got right now as your starter Kirk Cousins.
Yes. Do we want to touch on that right now?
Oh yeah, the trade we made. Yes.
Yeah.
Us. So
So
what?
I put Anthony Richardson before the season started. I traded for Anthony Richardson and traded away Patrick Mahomes. Got Marvin Harrison. Blah blah blah. It's not looking so great right now, but whatever. I digress. I put Anthony Richardson on the trade block because he got benched for Flacco for the rest of the year. I think I made a mistake. My other quarterback is Jordan Love. I got an offer for Richardson for a third-round rookie pick, which is pretty much nothing, but at least it's something. But I didn't want to get rid of him and just have Jordan Love because there's nobody on the waiver wire. So I went to the trade block to see what kind of quarterbacks are up there. You had Kirk Cousins up there. So I sent you Kirk Cousins for my second-round pick. And you accepted it, so I accepted the Richardson trade.
Well, I only had the first and third pick in the draft, so I was like, and I wasn't really going to use.
Yeah, because you have Josh Allen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I saw that you had a first and a third. I was like, okay, I got a couple thirds. Like, I'll probably make some moves later to get some other picks or whatever. So I was like, I'll set him a second, see what happens.
And it's like, yes, and Kirk Cousins, I almost call him Kirk Rivers again, but Kirk Cousins, his playoff schedule is looking pretty good. And then I
Yes.
realized that after the fact, but I really only need him for my bye anyways, which I do have Russell Wilson on my bench. And
Okay.
Russell Wilson is playing Cleveland that week,
Nice.
which could be a back and forth shootout game.
Oh, yeah.
And Russell Wilson has a lot of, I think he's, in retrospect, Josh Allen's given me a lot of below 20 games this year so far.
Yeah.
It's the rest of my team that's been pulling the.
He had a rough start to the year, didn't he?
So if I take one game where Russell Wilson has 17 points for me, I'll accept that as a bye week. That's good. That's a lot better than what some people get.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
you mentioned Kirk Cousins' playoff schedule. And when we say playoff schedule, we mean weeks 15, 16, 17, right?
Right.
Yeah, so he's got Las Vegas, the New York Giants, and the Washington Commanders. Which I believe the Commanders just traded for somebody on the defensive side, if I remember correctly. So, like, they could be getting up there, but
I don't know. See, that's
Vegas and the Giants.
Yeah, well, the Giants' defense is actually pretty good too.
Yeah,
that's what I don't understand. It's like Giants' defense is good. I mean, even Washington's defense is a little good too. Maybe it's still a favorable matchups, but
all right. So the Commanders. Let's see here. I'm trying to see what their rankings are. I don't know where to find that stat. Never mind. Take it back.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to rename their names now to the Trumps. He's the commander-in-chief now. Congratulations.
Stop bringing up politics, Howard.
Sorry.
Not talking about it.
I should know all, man.
That's what some people think, but contrary to popular belief, that is not the case.
So, golfer DUI is 6th.
Yeah, he's what, 4 and 5, I think.
Yeah, 4 and 5. And that's then the 7th through 9th is all 3 and 6s, and that's laces are out. We're out. Laces were out, Dan. Nerf Batman and Swaggerty. And then you have Calvin Wright.
Bringing up the tail
And
end at
10.
2 and 7.
Oh, okay, go draw. Yeah, 2 and 7.
Which, I mean, Calvin, I love you, man, but looking at your team, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's like, and he does listen. I do know he listens to podcasts for fantasy football and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Not just ours.
Yeah. Yeah, and
He's
actually who I traded Mahomes to. And he's currently been starting Joe Burrow, I believe.
Yeah. Well, Mahomes had a pretty good slow start too, and he's starting to get a little bit fired up as well. I know this last game he actually.
This last game is the first time he's broke 20 fantasy points.
See, there we go.
All season.
Well, you got to start sooner or later.
And so he had 291 passing yards. That's tied for the second most on the season.
Nice.
Week 1 he had 291 too. And then New Orleans he had like 300.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if the playoffs started today, me and you would play each other.
Oh yeah, look at that.
4 and 5. So
yeah.
So if we go by history of fantasy football with me and William, I would be one and done.
I'd be moving on. Yeah. Whenever is it the first round we meet? I normally beat you.
It's either the first or the first. It's usually the first round for you, because a lot of the times we in the other league, it was the first. It was the bye week. You get a bye week, and then I made it and played you, and you beat me. We've only faced each other once in the playoffs in this league, and that was a championship week.
In this one?
Yeah. That was when you won the title.
You remember more about this than I do.
Yeah. I do. You beat me for the. Oh, that was with Shaquan Barkley going off for the Giants.
The Saquon game. Yeah.
Yep, that was his blow up game, and that was.
You brought it up. Speaking of Saquon, oh my God!
You guys
backwards hurdle after he just spun around a dude. Like, who does that? And it was so smooth. It's like he's practiced it.
And it's like, Giants, what are you thinking?
And the entire sideline of the Eagles, like, have you seen their reaction? Like, there's a video of it. Oh, they're like, what? Like, Jordan Davis is like, I believe it's Jordan Davis. He might have that name wrong. But he's just in disbelief. He just turns around and he's like, oh. Everybody's just like losing it.
A backwards hurdle. I mean,
it was so good.
It's like like when he.
I was shopping in Walmart yesterday and I was wearing Eagles stuff, and one of the guys that worked there was like, "Did you see that Saquon?" I was like, "Yeah, man, it's like the best play I've ever seen."
That's like he got traded to the Eagles, and all of a sudden he lost like 4 years on his life. Not for the good. He de-aged 4 years.
Okay.
He turned into a young kid again, where he can do all this amazing things. Yeah. He's like not a veteran. He's like a breaking out superstar again.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
so since you did bring that up, I wanted to touch on something really quick. See, 3 of the top 5 running backs in fantasy in points per game right now are Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, and Alvin Kamara. All older dudes. And then also there's Joe Mixon. And then at number 5 is Jahmyr Gibbs. So like the older guys are still doing it.
Yeah. And don't tell the guys from the commercial because they might still actually try to unretire.
Yeah, that we don't really need to see that. But anyway, Emmitt Smith, Jerry Rice, Dan Marino.
That was from like 15, 20 years ago, though.
Well, yeah, I still knew what you were talking about.
You remember Jerry Rice was a member of the Seahawks at one point, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's also a video of him in Philly on the field, and he's like putting on his Super Bowl rings, and he's looking at the crowd, and the last one, he just walks away, and he's showing all of them. His middle finger one's sticking out just a little more. He's showing them to people. I'm like, I kind of don't like that because you're in Philly, but like, respect, man.
That was the one where they beat Philly, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was from this year.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was like, I want to not like that, but you're Jerry Rice, man.
Jerry freaking Rice, whatever. All right. Do we want to touch on the walker down the river?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I just closed the wrong tab.
Oh. All right. This is the one. Let's see. Your wife's the current champion, and she's the current league leader at 8-1, and just kicking everybody's butt.
This is that league where I traded her Saquon Barkley a couple years ago, and that's probably it's probably part of the reason she's been up there.
Yeah, and
for the record, I traded Saquon. God, I don't even want to say this out loud. I traded Saquon Barkley for Deshaun Watson, August 22nd, 2022. It was a terrible day. Terrible.
See, okay, it's like me, it's like her, you, and me are in the top 3.
Yeah. So right now I'm at 7-2 at number 2, and then you're at number 3 at 5-4.
I'm a little further down. Yeah.
But then Swaggerty's there at 5-4 as well.
Yep. Kenny's 4-5, and the Phantom team is at 4-5 too.
Okay, her current starting lineup, because I know she hasn't been able to change it, correct?
Nope.
CJ Stroud, Devon Achane, James Cook, Jamar Chase, Deebo Samuel, Travis Kelce, Malik Neighbors, Michael Pittman, Justin Herbert, kicker from Indianapolis, and the Patriots defense.
That could be a winning lineup.
And honestly, like, as of right now, like, yeah, that's probably who I would start from her team. Except for maybe Chuba Hubbard, but Jonathan Brooks is coming back, so he's probably pointless now.
The only thing that would make the difference is the bye weeks. And she would lose out on some points because of the bye weeks.
Well, and some of those guys weren't, like, Deebo Samuel's been out, so she hasn't been getting points from him. Achane, I think, was not doing so hot, but yeah.
It's
a decent team.
It's the best ball without the best ball part. You just set your lineup and you see what happens.
Yeah.
And she didn't even set the lineup because she couldn't even get in there. This is all computer generated. Set the lineup.
Crazy. We gotta. So next year, if we have a situation like this, like, obviously we'll get it figured out in the off season, whatever we need to do. But if there is a situation like this, I think we need to. And I'm the commissioner in this one, so I should have done it. But I need to just, like, either go in and manually set her best lineup based off projections, or do something so it's actually fair. So, like, not one team is being like, oh, cool, she's got 6 people on bye. This is an easy win. Like, that's not fair to the rest of the league. So.
Exactly. But yeah,
it's a little late now, but I should have been doing that earlier.
She's already conceded. She already said that she'd give up her teams for next year.
Oh, okay.
So if we find someone to take over that team, we can.
And also, Christina has mentioned if we want somebody else to be in, she would be willing to not do it. which if anybody wants the best team in the league, it might be available next season.
I'll take it. No.
New people, Howard. New people.
Well, I can't sell my
Just switch.
old team and buy a new team.
I'm moving her team to mine and my team to hers.
I mean, looking at my roster, I've got to start rebuilding it.
Yeah, a little bit.
My window is closing because I got a bunch of old guys on my team.
You do have a little bit of youth, though. It's just they gotta actually step up, not just
Right.
have the youth, but actually be productive.
I also got a whole wing at a hospital too.
Oh yeah, look at that. I didn't even see
Kendra
that.
Miller, Stefan Diggs, Chris Godwin, Christian Kirk, JJ McCarthy, Keaton Mitchell, Juan Jennings. I mean,
yeah,
Damian Pierce. I mean,
well, when your running back 2 is Ramondre Stevenson, yeah,
he's having a pretty good year this year
because he's the only thing that team has.
I know, that's a good thing about it. That's why you target those guys. Target the teams that only has one player, and you have that player.
He did have 3 bad games, but he also, one of those games had 46% snaps, 55% snaps, and 50% snaps. That's surprising.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley. Gosh, I wish he can just be consistent.
For obvious reasons, he was one of my shotgun guys. I'm so disappointed that he's not having a good season. He's had 2 good games and like 1 decent game this last week. He had 9.8 this last week.
Yeah. And speaking who gets to play their wife this week, that's me. Of course, I get her on the weeks that she has a full lineup.
Of course. Yeah. Is Debo actually back? He's questionable, right?
He's questionable. Oh, well, my problem is
9 days ago, day to day.
I got to change my lineup.
Oh yeah, you have David and Njoku in your tight end.
Yep. Who do I have to replace him? Oh, he's been doing pretty good lately. Mark Andrews has been stepping it up too.
Yeah. We'll bring his name up in a segment later too.
Oh, nice. All right. I digress. Or am I even using that word right? I don't know.
I'm not sure if I used that right. I don't know if anybody truly knows if they use it right.
All right. So, yeah. So Calvin's 1-8 in this league too.
Calvin, what are you doing, man?
Dumas Walker's 2-7. That's usually where he is every year.
All right, Ed.
That's because he probably has a bunch of Seahawk players playing. Oh, he has, damn it, Baker Mayfield. You know who I wanted to call him.
Oh, I know exactly what you wanted to call him.
Pew, 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 pew. DeAndre Swift. See, it looks like there's a few of the players on his team is just not clicking. That's all.
Yeah. It's just had bad luck.
Marvin Harrison, I mean, he probably won't break out till maybe later in the year or even next year. Tomorrow or tomorrow. I mean, he has
tomorrow. Oh wait, it's Thursday. I don't know. Maybe.
Probably could use an upgrade on tight end, but he doesn't have a worse team.
Well, yeah, he's got Taysom Hill in there right now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got Hawkinson. Hawkinson's coming back.
Okay.
Got Isaiah Likely. Yeah, that one. Man. When
George Kittle.
Down, it's not terrible.
I mean, he should have Kittle in there.
Oh yeah, right there. Okay, he's just got to change his lineup.
Yeah.
Oh, because the Niners were on bye week last
Oh,
week.
they did have bye.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, Seahawks have bye this week.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
Jackson Smith and Najigba since All right. I think that's
Do you want to touch on Howard's League real quick? Or?
yeah. All right.
Calvin in this one, is he at the bottom?
Well,
Oh
let's go.
shit, no, he's in first in this league.
Oh.
He's at 7-2.
7-2, and he's in first place in this. Like, wow.
Damn. All right, Calvin. Yeah. Our auction league that me and Calvin are in together, he only has 3 wins.
Maybe he only focused on one team and he chooses a league each year. Random league.
This year it's Howard.
So I'm in 5th place at 5-4. Well, like I said, 5-4.
Yep. Yeah. I'm in second at 6-3.
Take notes. The Red Dogs.
Did the Red Dogs just make a trade with somebody, or was that something else I saw? I think he commented on something.
He did. I'm trying to get to it here. Oh, he said congrats to you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we played. Oh yes, we were the top 2 scoring teams of the week, and we happened to be playing each other, and I beat. That's what it was.
He thought he was going to beat you until Auden caught the TD pass.
Kate Otten. Thank you. Oh, I love you, Kate Otten. Oh, I feel like I was a couple weeks early on Kate Otten, but it has worked out for me because I picked him up in a lot of places. So I was like, oh yeah, Tampa Bay's a good offense, and then they just had the injuries, so I'm like, yes, Kate Otten.
Taysom Hill's a bench warmer of the week. Yeah, tight end bench warmer. 14 points. See, this is what's hurting.
Oh,
See,
yes.
so you got Jerry Lynn at the bottom of this league.
She was the lowest scorer this last week.
Yep. And probably because she has David Carr as a quarterback.
Does she have access to this league too?
Nope.
Okay, so no leagues.
No leagues.
Okay.
She has Marvin Harrison, Puka. Yeah, sees a lot of her players has been injured all year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she had Puka in there the whole time.
And she has Carr in there as her quarterback.
She has Michael Pittman, and he had Anthony Richardson problems.
Yeah.
I mean, she has your boy Russell Wilson sitting on the bench.
Yeah. She also got Rattler in there too. I tried to do a rattlesnake sound.
Mine was more of a purr. I apologize. I don't even know if that came over in the audio, but we'll see.
I heard it. Oh,
if you were walking through the desert and you just came across a snake and you just heard instead of would you be as intimidated? Or you'd be like, oh, it's so cute. I mean, I don't like snakes in the first place, so I wouldn't be anywhere close to even hear them.
Oh, kitty. Oh, shit, that's a snake.
That's what I was thinking, too. Like, oh, it's a nice look at that.
It's a rattler snake. Chop up its head. Let's have some chicken for dinner.
I have eaten snake. It's not terrible.
I heard it tastes like chicken.
Yeah, and kind of the texture of fish.
Okay.
Alligator's almost the same way. Texture's a little different.
I really want to taste that stuff. I want to try snake and
I think when I did it,
alligator.
Thinking about it now, it may or may not have been what they said it was, but it was at a Taste of Tacoma.
Oh, okay.
They set up the different food vendors, food trucks and stuff, and you go around and you can get stuff. So it may or may not have been what they said it was. I don't know.
And did you say have you had frog?
Yeah. Oh, I love frog legs. So good.
You can get frog legs at Winco.
Oh, nice. They're so small. I've never cooked frog legs.
I have on my grill. I've cooked on the
Oh.
grill. I'm the only one who eats it. It's kind of like it's like a greasy chicken.
Yeah.
So
Man, they're super small.
yes, they are. I just can't get anybody to eat them because they're frog legs.
People, and I get it. I have mental blocks sometimes too, but like just thinking about certain things and like in your head, it's just taboo, but like really not that bad.
Oh, it's like bison.
Oh yeah,
Bison
isn't
is
that like super lean?
oh gosh, yeah, and it's good. It's like the very best type of steak. It's like melt in your mouth type beef, kind of, sort of, because it's not beef, it's
I'm
bison.
pretty sure
But
pretty sure I've had it, but it's been a long time.
it's so good. I mean, if I see it on sale, like a lot of times, Fred Meyer's will have them on clearance
Mhm.
because they're past their date,
Oh yeah, if
but
you're
it
sort of
still has like
crazy or something.
3 or 4 days left on the actual use by date.
Yeah.
So it's like I was like, and if I see them for like $10 a piece, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy a couple.
Oh yeah,
You
might as
know.
well.
So, anyways, this is not a cooking show.
Yeah, no, I do love cooking. I know you do too.
So let's see. Swaggerty's 6, Rolling Rick 7. Your dad's not in the basement. He has 3 and 6.
Okay,
All right, I think we're gonna move on then.
yeah, do that.
Next one. You have any streamers you would want to stream this week?
Ooh, yes, I do actually. Where did I have this pulled up? And when we say streamers, are we talking just quarterback?
Yeah, just quarterbacks.
Where was it? Sorry. My first streamer I had was Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
I was trying to bring up who he was playing here. He is playing Baltimore, so there are going to be a lot of points scored that game. Baltimore right now has the number 32 ranked passing defense, so you can throw on Baltimore.
I mean, this would probably, let's see, I'm trying to get to who he's playing. Yeah, he's playing New Orleans. I would, God damn it. I would stream,
right.
Fuck. My Rivers guy.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, yes. Rivers just stuck in my head and it wouldn't let me go. It wouldn't let me pull the Kirk out. I couldn't even get Kirk out. I mean,
I know, you're just blank. I was like, all right, I'll give him time. I knew who you were talking about. You said New Orleans.
So he's playing New Orleans, so he should be able to do pretty good in that. That's a good.
New Orleans has the 27th ranked passing defense. So again, you can pass on New Orleans. They are currently giving up 240 passing yards a game.
But the first 3 weeks they were nonstop, just awesome.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah. New Orleans coach got fired too.
Oh yeah, we didn't hit on that.
We didn't hit on that. That's the one news I didn't see.
Yeah, Dennis Allen.
Dennis Allen's got. Whoop! You're out. Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of saw that coming.
Yeah.
First 2 weeks were a fluke.
Oh, Sam Darnold, you could also stream as well.
That was going to be my second guy.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, playing Jacksonville. Jacksonville is the 31st ranked passing defense.
Yep.
And then the other guy I was going to bring up, I'm a little less in on him, is Tua. He is playing the Rams, who are the 23rd ranked passing defense. This last week, he had 17.5 fantasy points, threw for 231 yards, 2 touchdowns. So I think you could stream Tua if you need to.
I'm trying to see if there's another one here that I'd.
I think that's all the ones I had. Besides the obvious ones, like of course you're playing Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Lamar.
Yeah.
Don't play Geno. Don't play Geno Smith.
No, do not play Geno Smith. He's not gonna.
Bye week.
He'll give you 0 points. I guarantee you, he will give you 0 points. And then because you played him, we have to put him on the ugly list.
Yeah, so there are 4 teams on bye this week: Cleveland Browns, Green Bay Packers, Las Vegas Raiders, and the Seattle.
Nice.
Mostly saying that because I did not know who was on bye week.
Seattle's gonna get their shit together in the half or in the bye week.
Hopefully.
God. I mean, the defense.
I mean, that
it's
whole
like the
division's kind of up for grabs, right?
Yes, it is. Especially when you got the Cardinals in first place
at 5-4. Then you got the Rams and Niners at 4-4, and then you got the Seahawks at 4-5.
Yep.
That's great.
Unfortunately. But anyways. All right, let's see. What the hell did I... Oh, let's do the DraftKings.
Ooh, yes. All right, so last week's results. It was a score of 109.2 to 116.92. For the winner, me again.
Yeah, this is why I'm not going to go to a casino and play these games.
I think the thing that got you was you had Noah Fant as your tight end, and he did not play.
Yeah.
Because it was 116 to 109. So, yeah, if you would have had a tight end in there, you would have had a better chance.
Well, I hate to say this, everybody, but it's not going to get any better for me this week. Because I put this lineup together like half asleep.
Fair enough.
So, all right. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it. We'll just do our back and forth like we normally do.
Yep. At $5,600, I am using Matthew Stafford against Miami.
Nice. All right, 6,200. I went with Samuel Darnold.
I thought you were into Samuel L. Jackson. I'm like, really? He's playing now?
Catch this ball, motherfucker. That was a terrible Samuel L. Jackson. I apologize to everybody that had to hear that. It won't happen
including
again.
Sam Jackson.
So sorry.
If you want to make the quote yourself, Samuel L. Jackson, you can call us at any time.
Come on, call me a motherfucker. Please.
Be on the show. We'll promote you for like 3 weeks. We got to get a celebrity or somebody on the show at least once.
Could you imagine if Samuel L. Jackson called me a motherfucker? Oh my God. I'd be so happy.
Like, I would totally go for that. Come on, call me. It's kind of like asking Shrek to do the roar. Do the roar. Do the roar. All right. My running backs. Derrick Henry at $8,200.
Nice.
And Joseph Mixon at $7,900. I went high with my running backs.
I went high on one of them, who is Saquon Barkley at 8,300.
Yeah, I almost went with him.
I'm pretty sure. I think he was the most expensive on the week.
Yeah.
As a result, my running back 2 is Ray Davis at 55.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
You did all your running backs, so
Is there wide receivers for you?
Wide receivers is Xavier Legette at $5,700.
I also have Xavier Legette.
Wow. I have also DeAndre Hopkins at 53.
I do not have DeAndre.
And I got Brian Thomas Jr. at 66.
I really looked at him. I thought about it.
Yeah.
Who'd you have before Brian Thomas?
Hopkins. DeAndre.
How much was Brian Thomas?
6,600.
All right, my wide receivers. I spent up here on my first one, and I stacked with Sam Darnold. 8,800 Justin Jefferson.
Wow.
Then I went Xavier Legette, 5,700, and then I had to save a little bit, and I went rookie for the 49ers, Ricky Pearsall, 4,400.
Oh, okay. A bullet hole guy.
It's not a hole anymore. It's healed, man.
That's such an amazing story.
Oh, dude, have you seen the video of like the police officer getting to come to the game? And like he's
No.
surprised. Oh, yeah, I guess the officer that responded to the call, like they were able to bring her and somebody to the game, and like Pearsall surprised him with like a jersey and stuff, and like
that's cool.
She got to meet his parents, who were like super grateful for her and stuff. It was pretty cool to see.
She was a first responder, and she basically helped save his life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that was
so.
good.
All right, so my tight end, Michael Gesicki.
Okay.
At 3,600. I had to go bargain basement on these guys.
I thought I went bargain on mine, but I went too tight end, actually.
I got. Well, I guess I wasn't too bad. And my flex is Sterling Shepard at 4,100.
Okay.
And my defense is the Bears at 3,000. The Bears.
So my last three, I will start with my defense because I also have the Bears.
Nice.
3,000. And then my tight end, my flex, I actually went double tight end, and I went Taysom Hill at 4,000 and Mark Andrews at 4,100.
Nice. I
don't normally go double tight end, but like I was trying to save money, and I'm okay with both those guys this week.
Well, if you have two tight ends that you want to play,
oh yeah,
it's like I've had teams where I've had actual two tight ends, and I actually had the second tight end in the flex spot all year.
Oh yeah, I mean if you have two good tight ends, but I feel like a good tight end is almost kind of an oxymoron at this point in fantasy football.
Well, in the Walker Down the River League, I had Kittle and Mark Andrews.
Oh yeah, no, that one.
So
and the years you would have had them, yeah, I would have been okay with it.
They were both good, so it was like I had them all the time. I put them in my starting lineup. It's like one was in the flex, one was in the thing. So
yeah, you almost can't not at that point.
Are you like trying to shove your way into the picture? Good.
All right.
Oh, I didn't just get in here. There we go. There's Miss Sicky. So, alrighty. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I think we can be happy with that.
Yeah.
Unless there's real quick, let's see.
NFL trade deadline is come and gone, so we don't have to worry about any big trade announcements or anything.
Okay. Take Dell. Sit or play?
Sit.
Ooh.
Sit.
Who's he playing?
Sit.
Detroit.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll probably play him.
All right. Darnell Mooney or Money. Darnell Money.
Who's Mooney playing?
New Orleans.
Yeah, I'll play Mooney.
Yeah.
Cousins is kind of heating it up right now.
Well, that's all I have.
All right, cool.
I thought I'd just throw a few out there. Little
Yeah,
taste of what I'm going to try to come up with a segment for that. A little more intensive. Throw some harder ones out there. So, all right. So, everybody, don't forget Thursday, put your Thursday night players in the actual position spots and not in your flex. Don't forget to do your lineups. And don't forget to do your lineups for Thursday.
Or the rest of the week.
Or the rest of the week. Get a good lineup in there for your thing. It's not fair for the rest of the teams.
And I believe this is the weekend we have the Germany game.
Okay, yeah, so beware of that.
Very
Germany
early,
game,
like 6:30 Pacific time. I think is when that game starts Sunday morning.
Okay. Yeah, it's an early morning game, so don't forget about that.
Yep.
Make sure Thursday night or Saturday night. Make sure you have them in, just to be sure.
Put those guys in positional spots, not flex, so you have later in the day.
So, other than that, everybody, good luck. Don't forget to check socials. Email us if you have a question. Please give us questions. We're dying for them. Dying to give you guys some bad advice. I mean, we're both doing pretty good on our fantasy teams. We have some good advice to give.
I can choose my teams.
I'm writing something.
Yes, you are writing something. Thank you very much. And thank you for putting up with the extra BS with me. All right. Thank you for watching the Fantasy Tailgate podcast with Howie and Wheel. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Tailgate podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe to help us continue to grow. Also, follow us on our socials and join us